Hi guys, welcome back to Brew Over You Made. I have a bit of an awkward one here. I made a little mistake. I no longer have an insert for my table saw. Well, here's the stock one, and what happened to it? Tried to take too thin of a cut, got some kickback, and it completely shattered it. I thought, no bother, I need a zero clearance insert anyway. So I whipped this up in 5 minutes, and it did me good for about 2 weeks, and shattered itself. And this is really, really thin. I did try to reinforce it with some extra stuff, but yeah. So now my table saw, I can't use it all because there's no insert. I had a little look online to see if I could find an insert for this table saw. I couldn't find one, and the majority of the inserts look to be around 60 quid. I do not have £60 laying around to buy a new insert, so I thought, let me make one out of oak. Yes, oak is a bit splintery. It will probably shatter again, but this stuff is a little bit thicker. So I thought, let's have a tool maintenance day. Let's make a little video, take you along the journey. And I can put these on the wall of shame. Oh, right, yeah. See how much I can get done on here. Oh, god damn it. I did so well. Oh, where's it at? Come on. Come on, get here. There we go. Does it fit? Little bit too long. Shave a little bit off of you. Go on it again. There we go. She fits. She's a little loose, but she fits. So now we have the basic shape cut out. As you can see, fits in there nicely. A little bit of play in it, but it doesn't matter too much. But it is protruding out. It's sticking out 6.46 millimeters. So we need this to be flush with the table saw. So what we need to do is go around the perimeter with probably a router would probably be the best thing, and make sure we can get this to fit nicely in there. Oh, wrong way. Ooh, like a glove. A little bit left on the surface. I can take that off with a hand plane. That's good. Now, what we need to do is get some nails, put them in there so we can hook it in, so it can lock itself down. And what I'm going to try to do is take the original locking mechanism off of the old one and put it on this so I can actually lock it and hold it down. So let's try to figure that out. Got these tiny, tiny, tiny little nails. Hopefully I can use them as the hooks. So let's put them in here and see if it hooks in. Right, using nails, my hope being is that with the head of the nail is a lot wider than the actual shaft of the nail, so I can put this in. So when I put it into the clips, I can do it like that, lift it up, and it should lock in place like that. We'll go test that theory now. Yep, locking in good. I'm trying to twist it here. It's not coming out. So now we just got to work on the locking mechanism. So let's try take this off of this. God, this is a little embarrassing. I'm showing you my shame. All right, how does this work? There's an O-ring there for some reason. You see, guys, a little bit weird how there's an O-ring there. Not quite sure what that's for, but this looks pretty simple. It's got a little carry there that you lock it into place with. If I can put it on right. What the? Oh, sorry, I'm an idiot. And then when you twist that, it goes back and forth like that. So we need to make this hole and depth into here. Nope, we need to do it into here. And it looks like we might have to get the router back out to create some clearance here for it to spin around. But let's concentrate on the hole for now. This is a bit of a difficult one to mark out. I don't think it needs to be bang on because the slot in the table saw is pretty wide, so we have a lot of room for errors and stuff. But we need to find the dimension of this on its widest point and drill that hole first, and then we need to come in and countersink it for this, which, to be honest, I will probably do with a router. So let's go find a drill bit. All right, the only drill bit I have seems to be the step drill. That's going to be it. So I'll have to go down to the third step. So let's place it in here. Before I start actually drilling, how far away is it from the center? Like, how much does this stick out from there? That looks about a couple of millimeters. So like there, in the middle would be there. So roughly about that. Right, okay. Accuracy at its finest right here, guys. Right, how are we going to do this big one? I guess while we're here, we can mark around it while we stall. We need to enlarge this hole and go down. Dropping pieces. We need to enlarge the hole, and we need to go down 5.3 millimeters. Right. I think it is going to have to be the router. I need to secure this back down. Take it over, slot it in. Where's me? There you are. Twist this around. Oh, twist it around the other way. Yeah, it's solid. It's not popping out. Right, sorry for the audio. I'm having to put my phone on charge because it's about to die. So you're gonna have to deal with this audio just for this segment. But I put a washer in here just to take up the excess space. This spins really nicely now. So let's see if it's good enough. Hook it in there, drop it down there, hook this in, and that's in there nice and solid now. I can't pull that out. But what we do have now is a bit of a step up. As you can see here, my screwdriver's getting caught and coming in here. I did that on purpose so I can purposely get this nice and flush with the table rather than trying to cut it right the first time. So what I'm going to attempt to do now is just take my spoke shave, go over the top of it, and just slowly try my best and bring it down to size. I might even just get the sander on it, to be honest, and get it perfectly flat that way. Yeah, I'll use the sander. That corner needs taken down. Get all of them done. Alright, that's all sitting perfectly flat now. All we need to do is get the blade on it and come up with the blade to create our slot in the middle. I know what you're thinking about my table saw and how it's got these on it now. Part of me has been thinking about taking it all back to bare metal anyway and giving it a good coat of oil. So I might do that, to be honest. Should I do it now, actually? Would give it a nice shiny look, wouldn't it? I'd have to try and make sure to keep it flat. I know this table saw isn't perfectly flat anyway. It's only a thin sheet metal on top of here. I'm not going to do it right now, but something I'm going to do in the future, I think. You guys let me know what you think. Should I take all this down to bare metal and just oil it on top to make sure it doesn't rust? Tell me what you think. Put this on top. Oh, I can't because the blade's there now, isn't it? Right. Time to do some sketchy stuff. For the record, what I am about to do, never, ever do. Great way to lose a finger. Great way to get some kickback. But I have no other way of really doing this, so this is how I'm going to do it. The blade's there, but because of how thick this is, I made this thick purposely so it would be strong. I can't just lay it in and lock it in and then bring the blade up like you usually would with a zero clearance insert. So what I'm going to have to do is start the blade off, slowly bring this down, push it down, let the blade eat itself in, and then while it's still moving, lock it in. So never do this at all whatsoever. This is really stupid, but I have no other way of doing it. So we're counting 10 right now. Let's try and get this done. That was scary, but we got it done. We can now lower the blade. Oh. And you'll notice I did that without the riving knife. That's because the riving knife has no way to cut, so it would just bend up and wouldn't be able to cut through it. But let's get this fully lowered down. We'll chase this back a little bit in the chop saw so the riving knife has enough room to come up and down, and then that's pretty much sorted and pretty much it. So where is my screwdriver? Put that off. Now we need to chase that back to roughly about here or so. We'll put the riving knife back on for now though. And before we actually tighten the riving knife down, we need to make sure that it's at the same level as the blade. So how I'm going to adjust that is bring up my fence, take the blade down to the very top and tip of the fence. Tell you what, I'm going to unplug my table saw. Why am I messing around with a blade when it's plugged in? There we go, unplugged. Don't be me, don't be stupid. Bring it down to the very tip of it. Bring that riving knife up. There we go. Now we know to tighten it down to there. Right, so I chased it a little bit back with the chop saw, and I just got a knife in there and cleaned everything up. Now it clears the riving knife, so we can put that in there, lock it down, and we can bring the blade up with the riving knife in our zero clearance insert. Why is a zero clearance insert necessary or better than a normal insert? Well, it stops things like this happening, where things get sucked down into the gap and you know, cause some kickback. So the material you cut in has some support, and the blade can rip through them like that. So yeah, it works now. What we are going to do, give the oak a little lick of oil. Put the blade down. Where's me oil? Put a little dribble on there. We'll just mix that around. We're not doing this for it to look nice, but we're doing this just to protect from moisture in the workshop and stuff like that. Put a little bit on these exposed bits of metal as well to make sure that's all good. We can get something to buff it off. I'm just going to use the back of an old sanding disc, buff it around, wipe it all off. There, that's all better, it's all sorted. It's a lot stronger than my old zero clearance insert. So that's going to be it, guys, I think. Actually, I think I'm teasing you if I don't do a cut on it. So let's do a quick little cut.